Hi guys, I'm Ryan Houston and welcome to my fly tying channel. Your video is about to start shortly. Please take this opportunity to hit the like button down below, leave some comments, tell your friends. Interaction, likes, subscriptions help my channel to grow and help me to keep producing content for yourselves. If you're new to my channel, check out the other videos that I've got. There are over 500 videos at this stage, so there should be something there for everybody. Again, video is about to start. Hit that like button down below. Hi guys, so we're going to tie a pattern that is probably better known in the United States than it is over in Europe, but this is a zebra midge. So I guess the idea here is that it imitates the pupae of midge species, and it can be tied in a variety of different colors and sizes. So this here that we're going to tie it on is actually an RX FW524 in the size 18. Now this is a dry fly hook, but I've chosen it because of the shape of it. So generally we'd be looking, especially when we get into these small sizes, because these things can be tied minute, just depending, you vary the size of the hook, the size of the bead to suit it, but you don't want to obscure the gape. So probably these more straight or even slightly up-eyed hooks are probably preferred on this type of pattern. So I have teamed this one up here with a silver bead. This one is actually a tungsten 2mm bead, but you just have to get a feel of the size of your hook and the size of your bead. So obviously if we go smaller, we'll go to a smaller bead than this, and if we go to a bigger, we'll go to a slightly bigger one. So, simple fly, not too many materials in it. Bead, your tying thread is actually going to be your silk that you're going to use, and then some sort of a rib. So in this case we're going to team it up with a silver wire rib. So, I'm going to start the tying thread here behind the bead. And come back a little bit and then go back up. So we're trying to create a little bit of a taper into this fly. And with regards thread, what I would suggest is that you go for the more floss type threads as opposed to the ones that are more like a multi-strand or woven thread as such, because you want to be able to unravel it and use it like a floss. For that reason I would say UTC tend to be of that sort of type of thread that you can unravel and flatten out on itself. So we're going to rib this fly with silver wire, and again just gauge the wire as to when you get the effect. So you want that striped effect, that's where the zebra comes from it. So the finer the wire that you use, the easier it's going to be to work with, the less bulk you're going to get, but you'll get less of the striped effect. So again, it's a balancing act as to what you like yourself. So what we're going to do is take this wire, this is a sort of ultra fine wire, and I'm just going to stick it into the back of the recess of the bead, and as you can see I'd already made up a slight taper there. So I'm going to go back a little bit of the portion along the shank here, and then I'm going to let my bobbin choose what way it wants to spin. It'll want to spin to unravel itself, and then I'll go forwards again, and then when I get to the front I'll come back again. Now every turn you take of your tying thread actually will tighten your tying thread. It's just the nature of it. So what you want to do is to spin your bobbin. So if you let it hang, and then you'll see what way it wants to spin, but generally it's going to be anti-clockwise. Then just take your fingers and just spin the bobbin, and it should start to flatten out. Now we'll take it on round the bend, and then come back along the body up to the back of our bead. So that is the tying of the body as such complete. We're going to rib it now. So what I'm going to do is flip the fly over, because I find it much easier to rib, or to wrap even, into the bend of the hook rather than over the top as it's sort of standard. I'll just take this over because it's really fine wire. You have to be careful that it doesn't snap on you. And we'll take that right to the front. And then I'm going to put a couple of turns across it. Then I'm going to flip the wire back and just a couple of turns over that again. Tighten the bobbin up to that. That'll keep our tie and thread tight, and then I'll just wiggle that back and forward and it'll break off nice and neat. And then we want to finish the fly off, so you can use a whip finishing tool or you can use your hands, whichever you're used to. Cut off the thread nice and neat, and that's the fly tied. So some people will just fish it like that, they won't do anything more with it. Or what you can do is you can take a clear varnish and literally just varnish the whole thing, and that will dry in. Keep the fly together, make it a bit more durable. But that is our zebra midge. So hopefully you like what you see. A simple fly, we've probably explained a little bit more than needs be. You could tie these really quick if you're just rattling them off. So tie them in a variety of sizes. Suit your bead to the size of the hook and suit your wire to the size of the hook, and you can vary the colour as well of these flies. So hopefully you liked what you've seen tonight. So if you did, check out all the other videos that I have on the channel. There's over 500 of them, suiting all tastes of fly tying. And until next time, tight lines, and thanks for watching.